Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Ibrahim, you can start, inshallah. You are on YouTube as well. You're live on YouTube.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Ibrahim, and I will be telling you guys a story. Uh, Muslim child. My topic is going to be about fasting, inshallah, because Ramadan's coming up now, so we have to prepare for fasting. So let's get started with the story. Aziza's first fast. Aziza and her father climbed all the way to the roof of their apartment building. They came up twice a year, at the beginning and end of the month of Ramadan. If the new moon was to be seen, it would be right above the glowing spot where the sun was disappearing. Aziza saw it first, a thin curved line in the rosy brightness of the sky, like angels had taken a piece of white chalk and drawn a C only backwards. Um, so you guys know what the new moon is, right? At the start of a Islamic month, there's a new moon, and that's what they're talking about over here. Aziza pointed, "Look, father, Ramadan Mubarak. Tomorrow we will fast." Her father smiled. "You're too young. Maybe next year." "I can do it." "It's a long time to go without eating or drinking, and you have to wake up early." Now, for those of you who ever fasted before, you know that fasting is very long and it's very hard. "I can do it. I might even fast every single day like you." "We'll see." When they went back down to their apartment, Aziza's mother was waiting. Aziza said, "We're fasting tomorrow, Ummi. It's Ramadan." Ummi means mother in Arabic. "Let her try," said her father. Aziza's mother looked doubtful, but agreed. That night, Aziza went to bed early, but it was hard to sleep. She'd show them. Before she knew it, someone was shaking her shoulder. It was still dark. She was still tired. Her father bent down and whispered, his warm breath tickling Aziza's ear. "If you want to fast, you have to wake up for suhoor." Aziza's eyes flew open. She jumped out of the bed and ran to the kitchen. Her mother was settling the table. Her mother was setting the table. "Come and eat," she said. Aziza looked at the food on the table and yawned. "I'm not hungry." Her father picked her up and set her on the chair. "You'll need your strength." Aziza had a banana and half a bowl of cereal. Her mother frowned, looking worried. "Eat some more. You'll get hungry." Aziza wrinkled her nose. "Fine. Then drink some hot chocolate, but hurry. It's almost time to stop eating." Aziza was finishing the last dregs of hot chocolate in the bottom of the cup when her father glanced at the clock and said, "It's time to start fasting." Then they went to pray Fajr. During the prayer, Aziza yawned 8 times. Afterward, her father kissed her and sent her back to bed. When she woke up again, she changed her clothes, brushed her teeth, making sure not to swallow anything, and was off to school. This fasting was easy, she thought. It sure saved time. At recess, she grinned while walking past the line at the water fountain. After recess, her mouth was a little dry, but she felt okay. But during math, her stomach growled so loudly that the whole class heard. "What was that?" cried Tony. Aziza wriggled in her seat. "Were you supposed to say 'excuse me' if your stomach growled?" Mm. When it was lunchtime, she walked slowly home. She felt tired, and her stomach kept reminding her how empty it was. Her mother met her at the door. "How's your fast?" "Okay, I guess." "Lie down. It's good to rest when you're fasting." Dropping her jacket, Aziza went to the sofa. That's when she saw the jelly bean on the floor. Red, her favorite. Before she knew it, she'd popped it into her mouth. Mmm, sweet and juicy. After she had swallowed, she remembered she was fasting. "Oh no!" Her mother came running. "What's the matter? Are you all right?" "It was an accident. I didn't mean to. Honest, I forgot. I found a jelly bean." Her mother was smiling. "That's okay, dear. You haven't broken your fast." "But I ate it." It's okay if you forget and eat something. Allah was the one who gave you the food anyway, but you have to stop eating when you remember. Did you do that? Aziza nodded. Just try to remember next time, okay? Okay. She lay down on the sofa and dozed off. When she woke up, she felt a little thirsty, but she was much better. After she had prayed Zuhr, she ran off to school. But that afternoon, there was a problem. Tony's mother brought in a chocolate birthday cake with sprinkles to share with the class. Don't you want any? Asked the teacher. Adita didn't answer. Tony said, It's okay. She didn't put any pig stuff in it. I told her you can't eat pig stuff. It's not that, said Aziza. I'm fasting. What's that? She told the class. Tony said, Go ahead and eat it. I won't tell. Neither will anyone else, right? Right, said the others. Aziza shook her head quickly. Oh no, I couldn't. Why not? Asked one girl. Aren't you hungry? Asked another. Yes. Then eat it. Aziza looked down. I just can't. The teacher said, I have an idea. I'll wrap up your piece. Take it home and have it when you're finished fasting. Oh yes, cried Aziza. Thanks, Tony. Aziza tucked the cake in her coat pocket. She wanted to take a lick of the chocolate icing, but she didn't. She even wished she could forget she was fasting just for a moment, long enough to take a bite, but she didn't. At recess, she played dodgeball. When she came in, she was so thirsty, she raced to the water fountain. She took a big mouthful of ice cold water, but remembered and spit it out. Her throat was still dry. She turned and marched into the classroom, looking back only once. But by 4 o'clock, as she trudged home tired and thirsty and hungry, she knew she couldn't make it. She didn't want to fast anymore. She had to eat. She had to drink. She wanted to eat the piece of cake in her pocket. She told her mother that this as she helped her off with her coat. But it's not very long now. Only an hour and a half left. Aziza slipped to the floor. But that's so long. I can't wait. Her mother led her to the sofa. You fasted all day. It's a shame to quit now. Let's pray Asr, and then you can rest. Read a book. The time will go by before you know it. After they had prayed Asr, Aziza flopped down on the sofa. She didn't feel like reading. She felt like eating. Picking up a book, she got as far as the Goody's Little Red Riding Hood was taken to Grandma's house when she remembered how hungry she was and threw the book down. Still an hour and 15 minutes to go. Aziza turned on the TV. There was a commercial for ice cream, then one for cereal and one for hamburgers. She shut off the TV. Her stomach growled even louder. In the kitchen, her mother was making pizza. The smell made Aziza's mouth water. Her mother looked up. I made it specially for you. Aziza smiled weakly. I can't wait. You're almost there. It's so hard. Why do they call it fasting when it goes so slow? Her mother laughed. It's just a name for it, dear. Why do we have to fast anyway? It makes you feel lucky. Aziza grumbled. I don't feel lucky. Oh, but you are. When you finish fasting, you could eat. Some poor people can't. You guys should remember that. Aziza was quiet, watching her mother put the pizza in the oven. Her father came in. Are you still fasting? Aziza nodded. Her father gave her a big hug. I'm proud of you. You're such a big girl. Yes, she was. A little girl couldn't have fasted the whole day. Go wash up. It's almost time to break the fast. Aziza ran and washed her hands. Her mother called, It's time. Aziza grabbed her piece of cake from her coat pocket and galloped for the table. Slow down, her mother cried. Don't eat too fast. You'll get sick. The sky was getting dark. They said the dua. They said, Oh God, I believe in you and have fasted for your sake. I put my trust in you and I break my fast with food you gave me. Aziza took a bite of a date. It was sweet and chewy and delicious. Then she took a bite of cake. It was also sweet and chewy and delicious. She drank a big glass of water and thought she'd never tasted anything as good. Then they went to pray Maghrib. Aziza couldn't wait till they were done and could eat supper. When the pizza came, she thought she could eat the whole thing by herself, but after two pieces, she was full. Her father said, So should I wake you up to fast tomorrow? Aziza thought for a moment. Maybe not tomorrow, but the next day for sure. Aziza fasted for 4 whole days over the month of Ramadan. Her dad fasted all of them, and her mother did most of them. Before she knew it, 29 days had gone by, and they were climbing the stairs of the apartment building again, all the way to the roof. If the new moon was to be seen, it would be right above the glowing spot where the sun was disappearing. Aziza saw it first. A thin curved line in the rosy brightness of the sky, like angels had taken a piece of white chalk and drawn a C, only backwards. Aziza pointed, "Look, fasting is finished. Tomorrow's Eid al-Fitr. Eid Mubarak." Have any of you guys fasted before?
No.
No? Okay, well, fasting is very hard. Do you guys have any questions or comments? No? Okay. Um,
Once I wanted to, but I was too hungry to fast. I was too thirsty to drink.
it's okay. You can only do half half a half fast. That's good enough for you. Okay, we're gonna do one more story and then we're gonna be finished, okay? Or it's time's up. Um, Barcycle, when do we finish?
It's up to you. You can
Okay.
take whatever time you want.
All right, we're gonna do one more story. This one's about Eid. I love Eid, especially Eid al-Fitr. I just love Eid. We wake up early and take our baths, washing until we're squeaky clean. Then we put on new clothes, our best clothes. The house is a frenzy. Dad can't find his missing sock, and Mom is doing some last-minute ironing. Samia for breakfast. Love those creamy noodles and bits of almonds. No school, haha, it's too special of a day. Mom and Dad take off work too. We hug each other and wish each other Eid Mubarak, giggling, laughing, smiling, even the baby. He tries to say it too. Then we pack into the car and we're on our way. I try not to get my new dress wrinkled. We don't go to the masjid to pray. Oh no, it wouldn't be big enough. Everyone comes to pray on Eid, so we need a big hall. The parking lot is packed. People of all colors, brown, white, beige, and black, get out of their shiny cars and head for the prayer hall. So many colors of Muslims, all coming to thank God for a wonderful Ramadan. Women wear bright colors like red and yellow and gold, bright as autumn leaves, with lots of glitter and sparkle. They look like birds, tropical birds. The men look dignified, wearing turbans and robes, their beards combed neatly. And the boys have caps, little kufis, on their heads. Inside, there is a jumble of people, thousands and thousands, chanting Allahu Akbar and other good things. The hall is full. It is time to pray. The Imam tells us to stand shoulder to shoulder, straighten the lines, fill the gaps, stand together before Allah. Rich and poor and in between, stand together, leave no space, Allah will be pleased. The Imam has a microphone so you can hear. He says Allahu Akbar and the prayer begins. Again and again and again he says Allahu Akbar, raising his hands to his ears. We follow behind and the whole congregation repeating after him. This is a special prayer, the Eid prayer that he recites. When the prayer is done, we sit quietly for the khutbah. It's just as important, and we must not talk, not yet. Mom has brought some cars and crackers for my baby brother, but I sit quietly. But I sit quietly. Uh, but I sit quietly, my hands folded in my lap, trying to keep my mind on what the Imam says. I'm not a baby. It takes a very long time. Sometimes I think of what my classmates must be doing in school, and I smile. I'm glad it's Eid. When the khutbah is over, we hug again. Then we mingle and meet our family and friends. Hugs and more hugs. Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak. What a wonderful day. We buy cotton candy and helium balloons. The baby laughs. His face is all sticky. The crowd is huge. So many Muslims in one place. I feel safe, happy. After a while, we gather at the car. Then we drive home, but not to stay. We must stop in to pick up the presents and the cake Mom baked. Then we go to Grandma's house, where everyone gathers. Uncles and aunts, cousins and more cousins, everyone in their nicest clothes. It's Eid al-Fitr and time for presents. What a mess. Wrapping paper and packaging all over the place. Grandma spoils us. She always buys so much, Mom is smiling, dad is grinning. We eat and eat and eat some more. Pineapple tarts and cupcakes, chocolate and coffee, curry and rice, and baked chicken. It feels strange after Ramadan to be eating in the daytime. Even the sun looks happy that it's Eid. We tell stories of past Eids and the funny things that happened of cousin Ruhal when he was 5, how he stepped on his pizza and messed up his sock, and everyone laughs and laughs as if it had just happened. Cousin Ruhal laughs too, even though he's a little embarrassed. Then my cousins and I go to Grandpa's old shed, our secret clubhouse, and have a meeting of our secret club. We sneak food from the table and carry it to the clubhouse. And while we laugh and tell secrets and jokes and riddles, we munch on candies and cupcakes and chips and pretzels and wash it all down with some soda. And everyone admires the way Grandma has decorated the house with balloons and streamers and signs saying Happy Eid. And Grandma smiles and blushes, telling everyone to have more candy. At the end of the day, when we visited everybody and were tired and still full, and the car is crammed with gifts, we head home. The stars twinkle and shine, like they're happy too. We put our pretty clothes in the laundry to be washed. I tried, but Mom couldn't keep my dress clean. That's all right, says Mom. The next day is school. I go lugging a big bag. It's full of little sacks of candy, one for each kid in the class. We don't celebrate Halloween or birthdays, so we share our joy at Eid. The kids at school are excited. Eid is fun for them too. Even the teacher knows I have a treat for her. Mom made pineapple tarts and a packet of goodies. I feel proud giving out my little sacks of candies, and I have a few extra for my friends in the other classes. Sometimes at Christmas or Hanukkah or Halloween, my friends ask me if I don't miss the fun they're having, but I just smile and shake my head. They have Christmas, they have Hanukkah and Halloween. I have Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha. 2 Eids to look forward to. They're more than enough for me. All right, Jazakallah, that's enough. Does anybody have any questions? All right, so that's it, inshallah.
बोर्ड अच्छे बने मैनेजमेंट को इंडिपेंडेंस दे इसलिए मीटिंग में पॉलिटिकल इंटरफेरेंस ना हो आप देखेंगे कि इससे बहुत बड़ी तब्दीली आएगी दारू के अंदर और पीएए में ये काम शुरू हो चुका
All right, so, is that it?
अस्सलाम वालेकुम, क्या हाल है? ठीक हो? हाँ, ठीक है।
Are we done?
हो गया आप? हाँ जी।
Baba.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम। क्या हाल है अब्दुल्ला? ठीक हो? अच्छा बेटा क्या हाल है? क्या? हैं?
They don't even have. Assalamualaikum. They don't even have. Assalamualaikum. Bye. Baba,
जी
do you like these cookies?
इब्राहिम
Yeah, gee.
are we done?
Yes, we're done.
ठीक इंशाल्लाह जज़ाकल्लाह खैर